Peter. Don't turn me into marketable plushies.
All the noise going on in the background, I really do not feel like shutting off my fan because it's really hot in my room. Yeah. So, I'm going to be making a top 5 list of my favorite Hetalia characters. Hetalia is an anime that I've been interested in since 2013. In fact, it is the first anime that got me into anime in the first place. So, that's basically it. Without further ado, let's just get started. I'm gonna start off by saying that this is in no particular order, and these are my opinionated favorites. So, if you don't see your favorite character on the list, then alright. And I just wanted to clarify that I do not have any least favorite characters, so if I don't place a character on this list, that doesn't mean that I dislike them. It pretty much just means that I don't feel like editing a bunch of things about Hetalia characters. That just takes a lot of time. Yeah. So coming in at number 5, we have one of the Nordic boys. I would place all of them on this list, but that would take up so much, and it'll just leave out the rest of my favorite other characters as well. So I have to place one of them on this list, even though all of them are just really, really cool characters. And that one that I'm leaning towards is Norway. During the first stages of my Hetalia fascination, Norway just seemed to interest me. Like, he was just really, yeah, just a cute little Nordic boy.
Bitch.
What else am I trying to say again? Oh yeah, Norway is also pretty hot. And that's pretty much it for this round. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Spain. I would place Romano on this list, but I was leaning more towards Spain. Plus, Spain kind of interested me more, and Romano is kind of overrated. So, yeah. Spain is a pretty interesting character, and in all honesty, during my Hetalia phase back in 2018, I was highly obsessed with him. And honestly, it's just something about Spain that just makes me happy. Like, the thing about Spain is that not many people like him for some reason. I wouldn't consider him the most hated character. That goes to pretty much any female character in Hetalia due to some weird reason. But it's just that, can I just say that pretty much any character that I list on this list is hot? Like, look at him.
Slowly starting to be seducted by him, like he's starting to seduce me.
Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have Poland. Now, the first time that I got into Hetalia, I was actually pretty obsessed with Poland. Like, he was my first anime crush, basically. And I was just really, you know, obsessed with him. He became my favorite character instantly. And it's just something about Poland that, again, why do I keep saying, well, it's just something about this character, blah blah blah, yeah.
Excuse me,
You know, I had an OC that I used to ship with Poland, and that's basically it. You know, I had an OC, I shipped him with Poland. I don't remember the country that I picked for him, but it's probably a Pacific Island nation, like, I don't know, Marshall Islands. Who cares? It's not that big of a deal. But anyways, Poland is actually still a pretty cool character. And when I see him on the screen, it's just really, yes.
Give it to me now.
So for the number 2 spot, I didn't know who to choose between Greece and Switzerland. So I decided to choose Greece for this round instead because he's another character that I was really obsessed with during this time. I could have put Egypt on this list, but then again, I'll save him for another time. He's still one of my favorite characters though. But let's talk about Greece. Well, Greece isn't exactly my favorite character. The only reason I even like Greece to begin with is mainly because I'm interested more in the Mediterranean trio than pretty much any other trio or quadruplet situation in the Hetalia fanbase. And Grease is one of those characters that, you know what? He's another very hot character. He's another character that I am insanely attracted to. Another character that I would let him smash if he was a real person. And lastly, we have the number 1 spot. But first I have to put some honorable mentions, some characters that I would have put on the list, but my mind had other plans and was thinking of other characters. Yeah, that's basically it. So, number 1 belongs to a character that has a deep place in my heart. A character that is so underrated that not many people have even heard of him, even if they spent so long in the Hetalia fandom, and they've done so much research on the Hetalia fandom, and they've just been a fan for years, that I could literally bring up this character, and they'd be like, I don't really know much about him, but he's alright. Not my favorite character, and that's basically it. That character is Cypress. You may be confused. The list could have probably belonged to America or Italy or England or whatever, but no. I decided to put this character, a character that nobody really cares about, on this list. Interesting, right? But let me explain. There's just something about underrated characters that are just really interesting. Like, I'm not trying to sound special or anything, but it's just something about Cypress that just drags me in, even though he barely has any personality, and he barely shows up in the series. But he's just really, I don't know, man. Again, he's not the best character in the entire series. That list goes to someone else completely different. I could have made this list for that specific character that I was talking about, but no. I had to save it for Cypress. And that's gonna be it for this list.